Friday, the winner plays the winner of Edgemont Dover. Edgemont heavily favored. Woodlands did beat Dover 25-24 by 1 point in the season. Right now, Eastchester going from left to right, wearing white with red trim. They have red pants on today. Mike Honorata back along with number 21, John Smith. Usually Ernie Santiago is back. Set to kick off for the Falcons is number 8, Ronnie Pinkard.
Sophomore Ronnie Pinkard will tee up the ball, and the Woodlands Falcons with the beautiful Kelly green uniforms and gold pants. It almost reminds me of the Green Bay Packer uniforms a little bit, Jerry. And it looks like Eastchester reminds me a little bit of the Atlanta Falcons uniforms, except they don't have the symbol on the side of their helmets. I think we're going to see a really good playoff game this afternoon.
Ironically enough, the Falcons are Woodlands.
Yes, that's a good... Yeah.
So here we are at the 40-yard line. We're ready to kick off. Here's Pinkard's kick. Both teams excited. The number 1 runner-up bowl at stake. A short kick comes to the short man. And hit immediately down at about the 37-yard line. And Eastchester goes on offense. The Eastchester offense features Jeff Maldari, the quarterback. He'll be wearing number 12. Anthony Spada, number 44. He's the fullback, and the tailback is Joey Fiorello, number 46. The line, Joe Forgione is the split end. Joe Reyna, number 70 this week. T.J. Hamill, 65 to right guard. Lagana over center. We'll get back as we get our first play from scrimmage. Mike Honorata goes in motion. Handoff to Spada.
And Robert Gorgon, number 51, saw the play all the way because basically there was no lineman on him at all. So he read that all the way. If Eastchester is to be successful, they have to keep their heads up on the line. You're only as good as your line can take them. So that should be a clue right off the bat of what the coaches have to deal with for this afternoon.
I'll correct that. Because of Spada's ankle injury, he is taped up and ready to go. He's not all that ready. Justin Brucal is in the lineup. Second down. And there's flags all over the play, maybe motion or violation of the neutral zone. Let's see whom it goes against.
It looks like the left guard of Eastchester moved beforehand. I got a feeling this may be called, it will be. Illegal procedure is the call.
There you are, Kevin, right on the spot. So Eastchester back another 5 yards. So it will be second down and 15 yards to go as the penalty is marked off.
You got to remember something, Jerry. For a playoff game, no matter how veteran a team is, there's always adrenaline flowing. And sometimes, especially in the first couple of minutes of the game, there's a lot of energy with these kids.
Honorata split out to the right. Eastchester operating out of an I formation. They don't usually do this early in the game. Maldari goes out to pass, airs it out. Honorata under it. He has one man to beat. Good defense on the play.
Elvis Harry, number 9, on the cornerback position, read that play beautifully and timed it to bat the ball away with precision. Good play by Elvis Harry. He timed it perfectly.
It seemed like the ball hung up there just a little bit too much. So now we have a third down situation, 15 to go, and look for Eastchester to go to the air once again. The rest of the Eastchester line, Lagana over center. Everett Vaccaro is the left guard. John Lucenti, number 64, the left tackle. Phil Skolaski, the tight end, 93, and mentioned Honorata, who's now flanked out, number 20. Maldari goes out, goes the other way looking for Smith, and it's intercepted. It was intended for number 81, and Sally is still up with it, and finally tackled on the far sideline. A big break for Woodland early in the game.
Absolutely. Carl Sally did not even have to move for that ball. He was in the right position, and he said, "Come to Papa." And as soon as he grabbed that, he had a lot of room to maneuver. And now Woodland's in real good position on their own 29-yard line, looking to get into the end zone first.
Woodlands opens up with Darrell Taylor, the quarterback. He's a senior. And look for him to hand off to Ephraim Vega, number 45. Number 1 is Dwayne Pickney. He's the wingback.
Now, what you'll see from Woodlands is a very mobile line. It has size, but it also has speed.
Here is Vega. Vega following the blocking and finally tripped up by 2 Eastermen. Brucal and Honorata takes him down, and that goes for about 9 yards, 10 yards. It's a first down.
Jerry,
11 yards, actually, Kevin.
Well, actually, excuse me, what I was able to find out about Ephraim Vega, 5'9", and 220 pounds. That's what you call your basic fullback. You will not see shake and bake. You will not see darting left and right. What you'll see is good, old-fashioned nose grind football from Mr. Vega.
So first down and 10. Another handout, and Vega goes in for the touchdown.
17 yards. Nobody touched him until he hit the goal line. Ephraim Vega, and Woodlands is to be successful. They're going to do it on the ground. So Eastchester's got to do something to try to stop that running game, because if they let the Falcons run, they're never going to be in this football game, and already they're in a 6-0 hole, and we're only in the first quarter. Looks like they're going to go for the deuce, Jerry. Let's see if they're going to build up an 8-0 lead at this point.
So the Sally interception turns it around. Here's Vega going up. He's still standing. He works his way. No good. Eastchester holds. And Eastchester has been able to hold all season against a 2-point conversion.
However, I noticed it took about 4 players to stop Mr. Vega. So I can tell right off the bat, Jerry, that he's very powerful on his legs. And he also has a very low center of gravity. That's going to be a problem for Eastchester. The only thing they can really do is try to gang tackle him as soon as he gets that ball. So in order for Woodlands to counteract, they have to use more weapons than Mr. Vega. But so far, Eastchester has been showing a little butterflies in the beginning here, and they're down by the score of 6-0. But still, with 9:49 left in the first quarter, a lot of football left to go.
I'm trying to find some stats on Vega for the season, and I'll have them pulled up in a second.
Well, so far, what I've been able to see in Mr. Ephraim Vega, he looks like that he's a really powerful back. And I tell you, the only thing I can see that can really stop Ephraim Vega is he gets worn down as the game goes on if they use him too much. So they do have some other offensive weapons. I understand Darrell Taylor is very, very versatile as far as a running and passing quarterback.
Yeah, he likes...
We may see that later.
Yeah, he likes to run out and throw. Vega has 722 yards on 95 carries, not including these last 2. So he's well over 7 yards carried, maybe close to 7.5.
That's a lot of yards.
Here's the kickoff. This one goes deep. Honorata goes all the way back. Picks it up on the 1. He's up to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and gets up to just about the 30-yard line. So Eastchester will have its second chance. First and 10. And Jeff Maldari will line up the team.
Well, on 2 kickoffs so far, Anthony Palumbo was the man on that coverage there. And the ball placed down at the 30-yard line. So that's a 29-yard kickoff return. Now let's see what Eastchester can do. They're down by 6 because of a mistake. Let's see if they keep their heads here.
Honorata, the wingback in motion. Brucal and Fiorello, the backs. Maldari rolling out. Maldari, he may keep. He's very versatile. He does keep, and he gets close to the first down. Runs into the first down marker, so it depends on the spot.
And that was very close to a face mask violation over there, Jerry, before, but he did grab him by the shoulder pad as he went out of bounds. You probably noticed on the strong left formation that the 2 receivers left side are very well covered, so Woodlands is more than aware of what Eastchester can do. Their main weapon is passing. So what Woodlands is doing is just bottling up the receivers. So Eastchester either will have to force the issue or try to get the ground game going. If they get the ground game going right off the bat, that can open up the wide receivers.
And, of course, Eastchester at a big disadvantage because their number 1 power runner, Anthony Spada, is not in the lineup nursing that sore ankle. Here comes Maldari in with the play for Eastchester. It's called a gain of about 9.5. They're short by about a yard or so. And this second down play for Eastchester, some might consider it a free play. Let's see what Maldari does. Operating out of Procep with Honorata in motion. Handoff to Brucal. Brucal gets 4 yards and the first down.
It's a nice power run right there. That's how you stop the coverage on the deep passing. You just run the ball. Basically, high school football, about 80% of the plays are running plays because we get so spoiled by the National Football League. We see a lot of plays. We see Joe Montana almost every week. But you got to remember, for good high school football, it's on the ground constantly.
So Eastchester first down with the ball on their own 45-yard line. Maldari calling signals once again. Honorata in motion. Maldari fakes to Brucal, gives it to the second man through. Fiorello following a block by Everett Vaccaro, gets a few yards. but he's tripped up, and it looked like number 4 for
Dwayne Banks and number 9,
got in there.
Elvis Harry, came up from the cornerback position. He read the play all the way. He read the fake and then saw the other running back come up with the ball and just came in strong and fast from his cornerback position and cut it down to only like a 4-yard run. Good play by young Mr. Harry.
And maybe they were keying on Fiorello with Spada out of the game. On the other hand, Maldari is not afraid to give it to Brucal. Second down play for Eastchester, about 6 yards to go. Honorado once again in motion. Handoff to Brucal. Brucal gets nowhere.
Oh, boy.
In fact, gets thrown for a loss.
Ronnie Pinkard, the young man in the middle there, tees on the running back and gets no yardage on that play. You see what happens, and that's a part of the strategy defensively for Woodlands. You shut down your wide receivers, then they got to run at you. If you know that you can't go left or right because you're top running back, what choice do you have? You have to go up the middle. So they key on that too. So far, it's been a good defensive ploy by Woodlands.
Ball on the 48-yard line. Eastchester, third down play. Maldari over center. Maldari fakes, runs the option, and he's pulled down by, it looked like Sally. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, though. I'm sorry, not Sally. That was Ronnie Pinkard.
Pinkard and
the defensive end.
It was Pinkard and then was finished off by Shannon Robinson. But so far, Eastchester has been stymied in their offensive efforts. Coach will have to come up with something new on the sidelines. But again, you can't panic in a situation like this because only the first quarter. So a lot of things can happen. With only 6:58 and counting, still early yet. But you never know. They could pull something out of the hat here.
And we're here on Eastchester Government Access TV, Channel 14. Maldari back to kick. And back to receive. Oshodi, number 23, and number 89, Carl Sally. Ball comes Sally's way, touches it, now he'll have to fall on it. His knee was down. Good call by the referees right on top of the play.
And Carl Sally made a crucial error right there because you have to look the ball into your hands. Carl Sally was a little too anxious to run before he had the ball. That's a common mistake. You have to look the ball in your hands. That's drilled into you from Pop Warner football. But again, a playoff game, Mr. Sally must have been a little nervous, and he wanted to do something by himself. First and 10 for Woodlands. Let's see what happens here.
And the ball on the 25-yard line. Taylor calling signals. Man in motion. Inside handoff. Once again to Vega. Vega has some daylight, captured from behind by Smith. So a good inside handoff and a big gain once again for Ephraim Vega. No flags on the play, and John Smith finally catches him from behind. He's at the 28-yard line. Let's see where they place it. They'll place it on the 30.
You know what that reminded me of, Jerry? Jim Taylor of the old Green Bay Packers, the way they used to open up the seals in the line, what Vince Lombardi used to call hard-nosed football. That's an all-time play right there.
So Vega having himself a day of it.
He certainly is.
In motion, Dwayne Banks. Handoff to the inside man. Elvis Harry goes for a few.
Now, Elvis Harry got those yardage because now Vegas had the last few plays, so they're more or less trying to sucker them into covering Vega more. Then, bingo, you give it to Harry, and you get some extra yardage. So Harry must have gotten at least 2 extra yards because of that.
And Eastchester is going to have to do what it did in its first game when it played against Ardsley and had to stop Morano, the big 260-pound guy. They have to tackle him low. It's not that Vega is going around him. They're just missing the tackles. They had a chance here, and he's up again. They missed a few more tackles, and Brucal finally gets him on the 5-yard line. That's exactly what I was saying, Kevin.
Oh, that's a powerful run by young Mr. Vega. I'm telling you. Young and powerful. Really doing the job there. Old-time football. I hate to keep repeating it, but that reminds me of the old-time football days. Nothing razzle-dazzle about Vega. Nothing razzle-dazzle about him at all. He must have at least 50 to 60 yards right now in rushing alone. So now it's a first and goal situation from the 4-yard line.
We'll call out the 5. The ball is spotted right on the line. As we take a look, we don't have a very good angle.
Inside the 5.
Inside the 5. Taylor barking signals. Hands off to Harry, and he walks it right in. Touchdown.
Elvis Harry on the run to the right side puts it into the end zone. So the Falcons using both of their offensive running weapons very effectively here, and now have built up a 12-0 lead with the conversion coming up. And the coaching staff over in Eastchester, they're going to have to talk it over and find out some new strategy to stop this running tandem. But so far, what they've been putting on the defensive field has just not been effective. And we'll go for the deuce right here, Jerry.
Eastchester stopped him before. Let's see what happens as Taylor barks out the signals. Hands off inside to Vega. Vega goes, and he gets it. So as we come upfield, the Falcons 14-0 over the Eagles.
Now I notice that Woodland is coming off with a lot of spirit in the side of their huddle. But Eastchester more or less in a slow jog back to their bench. They look a little discouraged and a little disoriented right now, Jerry. So it's up to the coaching staff to try. Hey, look, we're down by only 2 touchdowns. We're still within this, so let's keep our wits about ourselves. We can get back into this ball game. It's very important right now for the coaching staff to try to establish the confidence building of the team again.
And they certainly do need to pick me up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you're trying to tackle guys like Vega and also Harry, that would get you discouraged, too. What an exhibition I'm seeing for those 2 young men. And I haven't even seen the real talent yet of quarterback Darrell Taylor. 6'1", 165 pounds, long and lean, and also he can create on the run too, a la Randall Cunningham. We've yet to see that yet.
Yeah, he can throw. He's completed well over 30 passes, which, as you mentioned, Kevin, in the high school game is an awful lot. And right now we're ready for another kickoff. And once again, back is Honorata, number 20. And number 21, John Smith, back for Eastchester.
If there's a big run back here, Jerry, that will be more than beneficial for Eastchester. So he need a good return here.
Pinker kicking off high, end over end, taken by Smith. Following the blocking, looking for an opening. Gets away from a few, but he was boxed in very nicely by Mike Thompson, the senior guard linebacker. And Eastchester has the ball not in good field position on their own 22 or 23-yard line.
Well, now, if you're the coach of Eastchester, what do? You're down 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of the playoff game. What do? Do you try to gamble and throw long, or you just try to ground it out? Try to get back a little bit at a time.
I think you grind it out, come back a little bit at a time. That's what Eastchester has done before. Once again, without Spada now. But as soon as we say grind it out, look what happens. Joe Forgione split out to the right. 2 men split out. Look at this. They haven't shown this in a while. Only 1 running back. That's the first time they've showed this all year. And there's Honorata. He catches it. There's that big play down to the 38-yard line.
Carl Sally, number 89, made a crucial error. He turned too soon and found that the ball went farther than he anticipated. So that's why the reception was made, a crucial error by Carl Sally on the coverage.
Great play by Jeff Maldari, and he aired it out and had plenty of receivers out there. That's the first time this season he only had 1 setback.
That's a big play for Eastchester. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Okay, let's see what they're going to do now. Now they're operating out of the I formation. Honorata on this side. And now they find the man up the middle, Fiorello.
Good choice of play. That's a draw play. Draw play about 4 more yards, because when you get burned with a long pass yardage play, another team will figure you're going to try it once again. You were successful with bingo. You give them a play right up the middle, and that gets about 4 yards.
Joe Fiorello adds to his 522 yards this season. He has 5 touchdowns. So Eastchester on the move. They're inside the 35-yard line of the Falcons. Now they have 2 men set. So they're showing a different look on every play. Here's Honorata in motion, going from right to left. Fake to Brucal. A pitch to Honorata. Kind of a broken play. And Eastchester is lucky to get to not get thrown for a longer loss. That's a loss of about 4 yards, and it will be 3rd down and 10.
What forced that play was the play of linebacker number 57, Mike Thompson, who put the pressure on the quarterback. I think he pitched that out of desperation. I don't think that was a design play, Jerry. I really don't think so. That loses 3 yards, and now it's a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, what do you do? Rushing end around play? I would say let's try that, end around. But then again, I'm not the coach. What do I know? I'm just making a color.
Made a little color and a 3rd down play. Pitch out to the right. Fiorello trying to go wide. Fiorello gets pushed out of bounds on about the 32-yard line. It will be short of the 1st down, but Eastchester over the last 3 games has been going for the 4th down over and over and over, and most of the time making it. They have a lot of faith in their 4th down play. Let's see what happens, and that's what they're showing, that they're going for it.
What I've noticed on Woodlands so far, Jerry, on the running plays by Eastchester, it's the cornerbacks, especially of number 9 of Elvis Harry, who've been coming up and making the key tackles. So the cornerbacks have been doing their jobs.
But a good sign for Eastchester that they're getting past the line.
Uh-oh.
And the ball is fumbled, and Eastchester will turn the ball over on downs. An unfortunate break, not a good snap, came at the worst time possible because Eastchester looked like they were ready to get going.
You see, on the snap by the center, it was too close to his own body. When you snap, you've got to make sure that it goes right to the quarterback's hands. It did not go to the quarterback's hands, and that's why the quarterback had trouble handling the ball.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the 1st half. Woodlands sitting on a 14-0 lead. Ball at the 31 of Eastchester. Man in motion is Dwayne Pickney. Quarterback Taylor rolling out. Taylor has plenty of room, airs it up, throws that soft one, and he's been intercepted quite a few times. And one of his tendencies is when he throws that ball up on the rollout, he throws it up softly, giving the defenders a chance to get under it. We were watching some of the game films, or at least Augie Lanzetta, my normal broadcast partner. I don't know if he's normal. He's normally here. I'm going to be in trouble, Kevin, saying that.
That doesn't say too much for Augie, does it?
He's terrific. I'm going to be in trouble with him. Kevin Van Meter from station WVOX joining us today. Glad to have you. We're down to the 2:05 mark. 2nd down. Man in motion on the end around. It's Banks. Beautiful defense by Eastchester. So the Eastchester defense pours in there, led by Bobby Lagana, number 75. And I think I saw Justin Brucal in it.
Yes, you did. And Eastchester now starting to more or less get their wits together and now starting to break down and shut down the running game. I said for Eastchester to get back in the game, Jerry, they have to get this running game of Woodlands under control. And it looks like on this particular drive, they're doing it. 3rd and 13 here.
Eastchester defense as well, playing without Anthony Spada. Here's number 45 around. It's Vega once again. Vega hard to stop, impossible to stop. My goodness. And another 1st down by Vega.
I guess what we're going to call young Mr. Vega is the great equalizer. Hey, I tell you, he just reminds me so much of 2 old-fashioned runners. So again, I mentioned earlier, Jim Taylor, the Green Bay Packers, another runner that reminds me, former Jet and Washington Redskin running back, John Riggins. You just give Riggins the ball and he just grinds it out. Nothing fancy about it. That's a great offensive weapon.
But I bet he doesn't have one of those Riggins Mohawk haircuts.
I don't think it's in style right now, Jerry. Although I was thinking about getting one myself, but I know it wouldn't go with a sweatshirt. I don't think so.
1 minute, 17 seconds left in the 1st half. Eastchester down 14-0. The Eagles in white, trailing the Woodlands Falcons. Falcons have the ball on the 43-yard line. It's a 1st down play. Taylor calling signal. Split out on this side is number 89, Carl Sally. Oh, looked like there was motion there. Not called. Sets up the screen to Vega. Vega has some guys in front of him. He has some blockers in front of him. Beautiful blocking by Brian Georgione.
Jerry, in the old days, that used to be known as the safety valve play. When in doubt, go to your fullback. He just stays back at the line blocking. There's nobody to block. Just toss it to him. That's what we call in the old neighborhood school ground, the old safety valve play.
Although I'm not sure on that one that it wasn't that he wasn't the prime receiver.
No, he was not.
He was not.
Then again,
okay.
That's the emergency receiver, just in case something like that happens and the line breaks down. Woodland's doing it so far on the ground. 1st and 10 situation. Let's see, they're on the 37 now.
So they're moving. They're on the move now. Operating out of the wing with 2 setbacks. Bootleg. Taylor gets away, cuts in. Taylor following the blocking, and Taylor will go all the way for a touchdown.
Beautiful play.
38 yards on that one for Taylor.
Randall Cunningham would have been proud of that one. The way that he just ran around the linebackers and found that opening down the channel on the left side, 38 yards. That young man just showed me something there. Good dexterity and a good running quality. I was talking to one of the assistant coaches at Woodlands, and they have so many weapons. They can grind it out on the ground, and they got a quarterback who not only can pass, but can also improvise on the top of his head. That's a great weapon to have.
And now they're going for the 1-point conversion now that they have a 20-0 lead. Pinkard puts down the snap, and it is no good. Point after attempt by number, what do you got on that?
Donnie Pajovic. Donnie Pajovic, the sophomore kicker, who also plays wide receiver and defensive back on the defensive end.
Taylor did a nice play bringing it down. So as we come upfield, it's 20-0. And we are still in the first quarter. We have 35 seconds left. Doesn't bode well for Eastchester, but I think they have to keep to their game, try to put one in, and come back slowly.
You know, Jerry, though, the coach will have to bring up to Eastchester at this point, hey, he had a good pass play that connected. All we have to do is just keep our thoughts on that, keep the positive thoughts. Because I have seen, Jerry, in my years covering high school football, I have seen teams come back from a 45-0 score. So if you think this game is over, it is not. Trust me. And especially when you're dealing with a playoff game, anything, I know it's an old, worn-out, saccharine cliche, but anything can happen.
Okay, I'm sure the Eagle fans would not shy away from the cliche. And we'll see if Eastchester airs it out by having multiple receivers.
So far in all the kickoffs, we've seen low line drives. Let's see if we can get a kick up in the air this time. Let's see, that looks to be Honorata and Smith deep.
Once again, here's Pinkard, the sophomore, kicking off. Ronnie Pinkard. That's a little bit up in the air. And here's Honorata. Takes the ball on the 15, up to the 20, up to the 25. Tries to cut around, and he is forced down by number 1,
Dwayne Pickney.
The senior. Nice job.
Woodlands so far on kickoff coverage has been, I rate them A+. I tell you something, Larry Pasquale, who was a great specialist coach for many years with the New York Jets, would have really liked that coverage. So far, Woodlands has been perfect on kickoff coverage.
So the Eastchester Eagles take over. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter if they get it in. Ball is on the 25-yard line. 35-4 Jones split out to this side. Honorata starts on the far side, operating out of the I formation. Honorata comes in motion. Handoff to second man through, Brucal. And so far, Spada has not seen any action for Eastchester. He was being taped earlier today. He said he could go. He has not. And that's a big missing piece as the first quarter ends. Eastchester Government Access TV, 20-0 Woodlands. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter very shortly. We're back. The teams switch sides. Score remains 20-0. Favor Woodlands. Jerry Fishoff, Kevin Van Meter, bringing you today's action. Eastchester, coached by Joe Luciano, League 3B champs in his first year. We have a second down play, 10 to go. Mike Honorata in motion. Handoff to Brucal. Brucal sees some daylight and finally tripped up by, who's that, Sally?
99 of Carl Sally had to come up from his cornerback position to make that stop, or else that would have been big yardage. Now, what I was able to find out from assistant coach Dan Rivy and C.C. Hadel, who's, by the way, Woodlands is coached by Mr. Bob Keller, and they've done a great job this year with a record of 4-3. That this team basically has been together for the last 5 years, from modified up to varsity. So these players do know what each other is going to do.
First and 10 for Eastchester now. Honorata in motion. Maldari hands off to Fiorello. And that was a busted play. So Eastchester gets thrown for a loss of a couple yards, and it will be second down and 12 to go.
Again, putting on the heat is number 79 of Shannon Robinson. The last time these two teams met was back in 1989 when Eastchester defeated Woodlands 13-12.
Oh, where'd you get that one from, Kevin?
I have my little sources, Jerry. You gotta realize that. It says, I have ways and means.
All right. Second down. 12 to go. Maldari rolling out and throws it low. Went at the feet of Honorata. Incomplete. It'll be third down play.
And that pass was just a little too soon by Maldari. I mean, if he had waited just a few more seconds, he could have got the open receiver. I think it was just a little over-anxious on Maldari's part. Because he did have the time.
The tapes for today's game provided by Greg Radio and TV in Mount Vernon on North Street. So we want to thank Joe Gambardella for the tapes, as well as for his donation of the monitor. And once again, our good friend Vinny Vitrini up at County Appliance in Stanford for the donation of the microphone. And thanks to Joyce Honorata for helping us out with the equipment.
They are great people, I'll tell you. They do a great job for us.
Here's Maldari. Has Forgione out there. Threw it behind him.
And that's because he turned the wrong way. And, of course, he took the fake of Elvis Harry. Harry was going to... You see, what a defensive cornerback will do once in a while, Jerry, is just look up in the air. He'll think that the ball's coming toward his way and fool the wide receiver. I think that's what happened in that particular instance.
Well, either that or Forgione was cutting in when the pass was going out. He may have thought the play was to go to the inside. But we'll never know that unless we ask, which we won't.
Well, it's what we call... it is a political season. We do have a difference of opinions.
All right, Maldari back to kick for the Eagles on 4th and 12. Taken by Elvis Harry. Goes the other way, and he is held on to by Forgione, 35. Nice play by Joe Forgione, and also in on it Everett Vaccaro and John Smith.
Well, Adebo Oshodi basically ran into Elvis Harry, so Elvis Harry could not get any ground game going to develop the play. And, of course, the Eagles in very, very quickly on that punt return. So, more or less, Harry ran into his own player, and that's more or less cut down the return coverage on it.
For the Eagles, the line, the ends are Brucal. Inside is Hamill, Lucente, and Lagana. Here's Vega trying to get through. He bulls his way through that line. He just wouldn't be stopped. Finally, he's taken down by number 75, Bobby Lagana.
I think bull is the understatement word in this particular instance. Unbelievable.
Or maybe bullied.
Oh, yeah.
So, second down and 4.
Falcons have a very veteran front line. Their center is Brian Gorgone, the senior. The guards are Stewart and Giordano. Harnan and Robinson are the tackles.
Okay, whereas Eastchester plays only with 5 seniors. So Eastchester, a young team who, starting the season, didn't know each other well, but had an outstanding year when they were making plays like that, where they took care of Elvis Harry on this play for a little loss, and it's third down and 6 to go. Here's the rest of the Eastchester defense. Got to give them credit. It's Charlie Cooperman and John Smith on the corners. Joe Fiorello, Everett Vaccaro, Mike Honorata are the linebackers, along with Joe Reyna, who's back to linebacker now. Hand off to Vega. They're looking for him, and looks like Everett Vaccaro pulls him down. Beautiful play by Vaccaro. Reminds us of that Ardsley game where he kept pulling down Angelo Morano, 260 pounds. It's hard to tell. We don't have the vital statistics on how big Vega is, do we?
I was told that by the assistant coach, and he's 5'9", 225 pounds. I mean, that's a bruiser, Jerry.
Yeah, most people 5'9" and 220 pounds are fat. He's not. 4th down, 4 yards to go. So Eastchester's defense holds. 8:27 left. Whoa. High snap. Pinkert's kick. It's high. It's not very deep. Eastchester lets it go, takes an Eastchester bounce, and is downed across the field by Carl Sally. Carl Sally seems to be everywhere for the Woodlands Falcons, and the Eagles take over on about their 40-yard line.
You're right about Sally. He seems to be all over the place, a man of all trades. You know, you're talking about Vega at 5'9" and 225 pounds. How about that great veteran George Foreman, the way he's taking off weight? Even at 245 pounds, they still say he's heavy, but he says he's in fighting shape.
All right, who do you like tonight?
I like Foreman.
You like Foreman. You're a traditionalist.
Yes,
he doesn't stand a chance. We'll see what happens. 8 minutes to go. Eastchester with the ball. They're down 20-0. Justin Brucal. And finally stopped by Sally, who stayed home on that play. It looks like it's close to first down. Depends on the spot.
Good faking out by that running back, Justin Brucali, going left and right, then doing another fake left. He made that play go, and he got the Eagles a first down. Nice run. Very nice run indeed.
The Eastchester High School Kickoff Cheerleading Tournament. The 21st. I got to get the day right here. November 13th, next Sunday. And we'll be there to bring you the action, along with Judy Lynn. Handoff to Brucal. Brucal gets nowhere this time, as a whole number of Woodlands defenders came pouring in, including Ronnie Pinkard, number 8.
Problem was that the runner that went around to the right side just went a little too far. That took away the option of the fake, and therefore they knew it was going to go up the middle, and that's where the tackle was made. If you're going to run a fake, make sure you're in the proper position before the snap is made.
Loss of 1 on the play, second down, 11. Flanked out wide is for Gione. Maldari goes back. He's rolling out. He's being chased. He throws upfield.
They have him.
Oh, just a little bit too far.
If he had taken one more stride, he would have had it. One more stride.
And he made a valiant effort as he was falling down. He was diving and actually got a hand on it.
And he definitely beat Elvis Harry on that coverage.
Yeah, and he forced Carl Sally to come over from his safety position to pick him up.
You know, in any kind of professional sport or any amateur sport, Jerry, the old adage is still the same. It's a game of inches.
You bet. Third down situation for the Eagles of Eastchester. Now they have the backs split. Maldari rolls out, and he is taken down. A beautiful play by Mike Thompson.
Play a la Lawrence Taylor. Nobody near him. I'm coming to get you, man, and I got you. Mike Thompson, the big guard senior.
Yeah, he just came in uncovered. So the linebackers blitzing on the play. And it's a long fourth down for Eastchester. Fourth down, about 22 yards.
And poor Joe Luciano's got to be wondering, what next?
Yeah,
what can I do?
Yeah, what can we do? But he'll... You know what he usually tells the team at halftime? They're losing, and they haven't been losing too many times at halftime. He says, if you don't think you can win, just go home now. They all come out, and they try hard. Here's Maldari. Nice kick. Down to the 26. You got it. This is Sally once again. Sally's still on his feet.
Oh, he's
trying to turn the corner here, and he does. And he's finally pulled down. Finally pulled down by Sal Inguanti. Don Marchese also in on the play. My goodness. He just turned it the other way. He kept knocking on doors, and said, I'm going around the corner. And he did.
Like the proverbial ball in a pinball machine looking for that opening there. Woodlands has got a lot.
Yeah, usually the opening of the pinball machine is the one in the bottom with me. And it says new ball.
Richard Dawson would say, good answer, good answer.
A good answer. Okay, Woodland with the ball, 1st and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line. Pinckney in motion. Taylor on the keeper. He gets about 5 yards, maybe 6 on the play before he's brought down by Charlie Cooperman and Everett Vaccaro.
Oh, that's a beauty of a quarterback and can run. If he can't find your receiver, he says, I'll make my own play. And he got 5 or 6 yards. That's beautiful when a quarterback can do that. However, it also makes coaches great because it also sets up the quarterback to be hit hard. So they also have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, quarterbacks, for some reason, as they get higher and higher in the ranks, the high school quarterbacks, they'll run more and they hardly get hurt. But by the time they get to the pros, it's Vega takes it again.
Oh.
Down to the 22-yard line. Vega just running all over Eastchester. This time he runs around the end as Pinckney comes back in.
Sean Weiner was the man who saved the day right there. That would have been end zone city. Another first down for Woodlands, and they're still grinding it on the ground, and Vega's doing most of the bulwark here.
Yeah, and Sean Weiner is Eastchester's safety, so he was the last line of defense. But Woodlands on the march once again. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left.
I did mean to say Sean Weiner. My apologies to the Weiner family.
Well, it's all right. His uniform is spelled W-R instead of W-I. Nice looking pass.
Play action play. Play action play. Jason Bond.
And that was a nice looking pass to the tight end. So Taylor using what he's done all season long, a multiple offense, because he can pass, and he does.
It's really amazing when a high school team of this caliber has so many offensive weapons they can go to. They got the dexterity runner, they got the big fullback runner, they got a quarterback who can run, and then when all else fails, they got a good tight end. They can fake to the left and go to the right. That's pretty good.
Timeout on the play, 4 minutes and 27 seconds unofficially on the clock. Maybe it's a 4-minute warning. Nonetheless, surprising. A team like this, how did they wind up losing 3 games?
Because I'm kind of scratching my head over that too. Because
we're going to find out from the coaches up here. Nanuet. Well, 2 of those, Nanuet and Rye. Nanuet and Rye today playing. Or no, they'll play next week.
Yes.
No, they play today. Right, and then the winner goes on to the States. So that's the Premier Bowl, Nanuet and Rye. Everybody loses to Nanuet. Eastchester lucky that Nanuet is no longer in their league.
Oh boy, a lot of teams are that Nanuet's not in their league anymore.
Well, 1 year, Nanuet did not give up a score all year long. And they were the only team in the country, only high school team in the country that did that. Eastchester came close to scoring on them.
That's not easy to do, folks.
That's something else. Nanuet, perennial powerhouse.
So let's see where we are. We're at 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, and Woodlands is knocking on the door again.
Good close-up of the Eastchester players. They're going to hang in there. They won't hang their heads. They've come too far. And what they need to make absolutely sure, even if they lose this game, they have another game next week against the loser of the Dover-Edgemont game.
That's right.
So they can't stay down too far. Here's Vega once again.
Oh, man. You know, Jerry, it just seems to amaze me that, Woodlands can even tell Eastchester, we're going to give Vega the ball. Even if they know it, they're going to have trouble stopping Vega. That's the way I'm feeling it right now.
Well, give credit to the junior center, Fabio Ransarupe, on that. Did I pronounce that correct? Ah, I did. Okay. And here is the 4-minute warning as referee Carmine Magazzino comes over to talk to the Woodlands coaching staff and then tell Eastchester that it's a 4-minute warning. I think they all know that why he's coming over, but it says tell each team there's 4 minutes left, so I guess got to do it. And we're just killing a little time while he's doing because there's time out on the field.
I've seen some great high school football in my 27 years down on Long Island and then coming up here to Westchester County. I have seen Westchester County football now, Jerry, for about 2 years, and the competition up here is just as good as it's down on Long Island. The only thing about Long Island is that the enrollments are bigger down there.
Yeah, you're watching a C school here, and a lot of C schools, some D schools.
And I'll tell you one thing, there's a team at Roosevelt, Long Island, and Malvern, Long Island. Woodlands can beat those teams the way they're playing this afternoon.
I'm not sure. I'm sure they can beat almost anybody the way they're playing this afternoon. Here's the handoff to Elvis Harry. Walks right in. Beautiful, beautiful block by Richard Stewart, number 53, the pulling guard. He made that play happen.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line has been doing a good job. They've been opening up the holes. And, of course, one of the assistant coaches up here told me to make sure I mention that because sometimes I do neglect the line, and a lot of fans do neglect the line, but I promise to make amends here. Looks like we're going to have the kick for the extra point. This will be Donnie Pajovic.
And Taylor will be holding. That's really high. Eastchester going after it. Taylor, Kick fails.
Well, we do have a penalty marker down on the field. Let's see what happens. Usually if something like that happens, it's usually a holding call against the offensive team. This may be the case here. Let's see what the call will be.
Too many men on the field, maybe. Was that it? Illegal motion.
Let's see. It is a legal procedure. It has been refused, so the conversion is no good.
26-0 favor of the Woodlands Falcons. Eastchester not having a fun time today. And it certainly looks like Eastchester will be in the number 2 runner-up bowl. However, we still have 3:35 here in this half.
You know, Jerry, that does intrigue me that Westchester County High School football has runner-up bowls. Down where I come from in Nassau County Section 8, there was never anything called a runner-up bowl. It basically is the top 4 teams, and they just play for the championship. Everybody else just goes home and plays after your 8-game schedule. I think that's wonderful for the Westchester County football people to do that. At least give the kids a chance to play more football.
Not only that, Kevin, there's 1 week of the season, which is this week, unscheduled for all teams. So now, with the first and second, Nanuet and Rye playing the Premier Bowl, and these 2 teams plus Edgemont and Dover in the playoffs for the second and third runner-up bowls. Then we go to Team 7 plays Team 8, 9 plays 10, 11 plays 12, all the way down to 15 versus 16, giving the teams opportunities to play one last game against a team that's very evenly matched. A heck of a good idea.
It's a wonderful idea. I wish Nassau County would really adopt that type of plan. I think a lot of kids down there would benefit by it.
Okay, there's that low kickoff. Very effective. Well, it was till it went out of bounds.
Yes.
And the flags go flying. Let's see what happens.
As always, the details, the small details, as Ed Norton would say in The Honeymooners.
Okay, last week we had a very interesting play, which I promised that I would get the interpretation for. What happened was, toward the end of the game, with Byram Hills trailing, they stepped out of the end zone on purpose for a safety. They started on the 20, putting the ball on the ground, trying an onside kick. What happened on the onside kick, it did not go the 10 yards. It was caught by one of the up men for Eastchester, Everett Vaccaro. Before it went 10 yards, he took it in for the touchdown. It would have to go 10 yards to qualify as an onside kick, in which case it would be a free ball for Byram Hills to recover. Since it didn't go the 10 yards, only Eastchester can touch it. That's what they did. Everett Vaccaro brought it in, and it wound up being the winning touchdown. So, courtesy of our good friend Bob Everett for the interpretation, and now we're back to the action. Here's Brucal. Cuts through. Gains about 3 yards.
Robert Giordano again with the good line action, bringing down the running back. And so Eastchester's really got to work really hard now. Even though they're down now 26-0, there's still a half to go. And basically, I think what Eastchester's got to do is they got to pull something spectacular out of the hat right now.
Yeah, about 4 of those spectacular
Yes.
ones.
I wonder if David Copperfield's available right now. Still plenty of time, though.
A little bit under 3 minutes here in the first half from Woodlands High School. Jeff Maldari operating out of an I formation, going back to pass. Has 2 men out there, including Honorata, camping under the ball, almost intercepted by Sally. And there was that situation, Kevin, once again, where Eastchester had 2 receivers out there, but 4 defenders, 4 or even 6 defenders, as the linebackers drop back for Woodlands.
There's an old saying in football with that kind of play. It's called blanket coverage. Right now, what Woodlands is doing is not blanket coverage, it's a quilt coverage.
And now we'll see whether Eastchester goes with sending out additional receivers, and that was successful before.
I would do it right here. I definitely would. Then again, I'm not the coach, so it looks like they're putting out some extra
Okay,
receivers.
Smith goes out, flanked all the way out.
Power I formation.
Honorata flanked out, Maldari rolling, 2 men out again, and intercepted by Oshodi. Adabu Oshodi intercepts, and with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half, Woodlands again has the ball, and they have it on their own 46-yard line.
And the reason why that play failed, Jerry, is because Mike Honorata turned too soon. If he had kept going on his pass pattern and then turned, he would have had that ball, but he just turned too soon, and that's why nobody there. And when the ball came over to the section where it was picked off.
Okay, the Woodlands cheerleaders with a lot to cheer about down below us. 1st and 10. And the head linesman and the field judge. And it looks like Eastchester lined up in the neutral zone. So 5 yards are marked off against the Eagles. Marked off by Ed Usher, the umpire. And 1st and 5. Across the way, Anthony Spada still on the sidelines for the Eagles. Man in motion, it's Dwayne Pinkney. Pinkney gets a nice block out there from Carl Sally. And finally taken down by Sean Wiener, number 38. But it's another first down. Beautiful blocking as Carl Sally threw a block downfield.
And that's another offensive weapon again by the Falcons. Dwayne Pinkney also getting into the action here. 5 years ago when this team was formed, Jerry, they went 7-1 as a modified team. That's a pretty good record. So this team has been together for a while. So they know how each other thinks on that field.
And that's our cue. After this play, we'll talk about Eastchester's modified team, their victory in their undefeated season today. As Elvis Harry picks up, about 3-4 yards. In a defensive battle, Eastchester's modified football team beat Briarcliff. Briarcliff was actually favored in that game, played actually this morning, and their defense came up big all game. Great plays turned in by Carlos Diaz, Mike Cooperman, and Mike Malasco. After Briarcliff scored in the second quarter, Eastchester came right back. When who else? Bobby Stevenson pitched the ball to Mike Covington, who threw a 35-yard touchdown pass to John Mignone. Johnny D'Arco, his kick gave Eastchester the lead. So Eastchester goes 5-0 on the season, and they will play their final game Saturday, November 12th against Harrison. Congratulations to the Eastchester modified team.
Yes.
And we were talking earlier to Joe Ruth, very proud of the players, and he says one more to go.
Modified teams is also another good idea which Nassau County would also put into motion, because you get a chance to build up your football programs. That's a good idea, modified teams.
The problem is that a lot of the schools don't have enough players to have modified and JV as well as varsity.
This is true.
Here's Taylor looking to throw. Bobby Lagana rips him down from behind. Nice play, and an Eastchester player down on the field. It looks like it could be Honorata, number 20. Honorata actually was the one who held up the quarterback, Taylor, and allowed Lagana to get in there on that sack.
Jerry,
3rd down.
You know what's really refreshing, Jerry? You see when a big linebacker sacks a quarterback, there's none of this celebrating. And
Yeah.
they keep it under control. That's really nice to see, because I always was taught in high school, first in sports, well, most of all, this is first sports, then comes sportsmanship. But sportsmanship is the most important thing.
Very good. I don't like to see those pros celebrating, but it seems they need to get on TV to build up their salary for the following year. As Vega gets back the real estate that they just lost, but 7 or 8 yard gain, not enough, and it's 4th down for Woodlands, but that's the end of the first quarter with the score 26-0 favor the Woodlands Falcons. So Eastchester will regroup at halftime, and they'll see if they can come back and do something against the Woodlands Falcons, who have been outstanding so far. Jerry Fishoff along with Kevin Van Meter, Pete Von Hag on camera today, bringing you all of the action. So for Eastchester Government Access TV Channel 14, we will be back for the start of the second half shortly. Okay, we're back for the start of the second half. Eastchester down 26-0, kicking off for the Eagles. Jeff Maldari, Jerry Fishoff, Kevin Van Meter bringing you the action today. Pete Von Hag on the camera. Here's Maldari's kick, high end over end. It's a free ball. Could have been a break for Eastchester, picked up by Sally. He may make something out of it, but he's taken down by Jeff Maldari, the kicker on that one.
That's a break for Eastchester, because now they have Woodlands all the way back into their own end zone. Back into their own end zone right now, so they got them deep in their own territory. Let's see if they can force a fumble here.
Eastchester needs a break, and that would give momentum.
They're set up at the 16-yard 30-yard line, Jerry. And let's see if the Eastchester defense can strip the ball away here.
Falcons scored 3 times in the first quarter, once again in the second quarter. Taylor hands off to, throws. Good bootleg, finds Sally. And held on to very nicely by, who is that out there? 38, Sean Wiener.
Yes. That was a nice fake, though, by quarterback Darrell Taylor, and that opened up Carl Sally to the left side. So Woodlands has a little more breathing room right now, 1st and 10, and it looks like they're just outside the 30-yard line.
Fiorello, Brucal, part of the front line, along with Lucenti, Hamill, and Everett Vaccaro at linebacker. Pass off the fingertips of number 4, Dwayne Banks.
Second and 10 coming up to the 30-yard line as the pass just a little bit short to Dwayne Banks. Eastchester still in pretty good, Woodlands are actually out to the 30-yard line, but Eastchester, they can get the ball right here, would be in good shape. Second and 10 coming up here.
In the secondary, it's Smith, Anamata Cooperman, and Wiener. Up the middle, and Vega. He's built close to the ground. He's hard to take down. In that one, they didn't take him down. He came down as he came down on one knee.
Well, quarterback Darrell Taylor still got off a good pass, and he was in the grass with 2 of the Eastchester linemen. Good play by Darrell Taylor. Still got some yardage out of that.
3rd down and 4 to go. Scoreboard says 2nd and 4. The marker says 3rd and 4. And it doesn't matter because this will go for a first down as Vega still running with the ball. You know, Vega does not appear to be that fast. But he's impossible to stop. He has the short steps, doesn't he?
Short steps and also the muscular legs, which causes small steps. And therefore, it's a low center of gravity, Jerry. Let's face it, he's hard to bring down. And he's been very effective for Woodlands. Another first down for the Falcons.
Yes, we get a look at Woodlands coming out. You can see Vega has very powerful legs. Taylor rolls back. Taylor throws it up the middle. Has 3 guys to choose from. And taken by number 28, Jason Bond, the tight end. Likes to throw to that tight end.
That's what they call the old-fashioned play-action pass. Wide receiver goes out, gives a little fake to the right, and then cuts into the left. It's what they call the old L formation. First down again.
Very interesting, though, on that one, Kevin, because the 2 wide receivers came into the middle where the tight end was, and they had 3 receivers all lumped together, but kind of formed like a pocket.
Yes, good observation.
For Jason Bond. Very interesting play.
Down here.
All right, here's Taylor rolling out. Taylor throws, and he has Dwayne Pinckney. So he is really opening it up and finding different receivers on almost every play as Smith makes the tackle.
So many gadgets and so many offensive plays that Woodlands can employ during the course of the game, and they're taking full advantage of it. Coach Bob Keller not afraid to go into the playbook, and he's using every resource that's available to him.
1st and 10 on the 20. Looks like they're getting ready to play the winner of the Edgemont-Dover game. Taylor goes back, fakes, kind of draws to Vega. Vega goes up to and maybe for a first down. And it will be close, and there's a man down for Woodlands.
You know what I saw, though, Jerry? When they handed Vega the ball, there were three Eagles surrounding Vega, and they were trying to decide, what do we do? Do we tackle him high or tackle him low? What is the best possible way we can do to tackle this man? So there's a little hesitation on their part to find out what's the best way to get him down.
Okay, Coach Milson, assistant coach Milson out there, I guess, along with head coach Bob Keller as well. Can't see who's down. Do we know who's down? Who's down? It's Vega down with cramps.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it is a cramp, Jerry. He's flexing the leg right now.
Yeah, and when they push the front of the foot, that's that's indication that it is a cramp.
Well, this young man has really worked hard.
You know, as we see him come off the field, look at his build. Look at those powerful, tremendously powerful legs.
He's coming off a little gingerly there.
Well, I guess there's some good news for Eastchester. They had a big 20-20, a 50-50 drawing here, and somebody from Eastchester won the money.
There you go. Maybe that may start a trend. Let's see what happens.
Okay, we got one of our spotters here says that Vegas built like Norm Bulash. Remember Bulash? Yeah, for the Colts. Okay, here's Pygmy going around, gained some more territory.
Nice
it is first and goal, and they bring the ball down to about the about the 7, yeah.
7-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't see Vega for the rest of the day, you'll have to admit one thing. Mr. Vega's put in a full day's work today.
Well, a full day worth of accomplishments anyhow.
Yes.
There's Taylor barking signals, Taylor rolling out. Throws intercepted. Looks like maybe Wiener on that one. It is. It went off the fingertips of Dwayne Pygmy, so Eastchester with a turnover.
Now, let's see if the Eagles can capitalize this. This could be the break they're looking for. Remember, 26-0 in high school, even though it's a big league in other sports, in other levels of sports, it's not a safe league when you're talking about a playoff game here. This could ignite Eastchester. Let's see what happens.
Let's indeed. Ball all the way down, however, on the 3-yard line as Maldari comes in with the play.
Well, when you're deep down in the end zone, basically you got to tell yourself, let's roll up our sleeves, gentlemen, and let's get to work.
The line for Eastchester, Lucenti, Vaccaro, Lagana, Hamill. Handoff inside. Doesn't get anywhere. A fumble and a touchdown for Woodlands. Oh, my goodness. Who recovered that?
Gorgon, number 51, on the defensive line, recovers the fumble for the touchdown. That's a bad break for Eastchester because they were looking to capitalize on that turnover, and Woodlands winds up on the scoreboard again. Too bad. They'll try for the kick this time, and Donnie Pajovic hasn't been successful so far in the kicks.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter too much because they're rolling up the points without the PATs. This could be a fake. No, it isn't. Pajovic finally gets one. $33-0. We're gonna have to do a lot of filling in here.
Okay, Jerry. Now, here's what would happen. This is what I think will happen now. Now, Joe Luciano looks up at that scoreboard, and it's now 33-0.
Right, although the scoreboard still says 32.
I'm telling you, when they do put that extra point up there, it'll say 33-0. But now they say...
supposed to be 33?
It's supposed to be 33-0. There you go.
All right, the scoreboard is right in front of it.
Now, here's what
Mr. Davidson. Mr. Davidson, supposed to be 33.
I gotta do this and announce the 50.
Oh, Mr. Davidson says he's only doing the time. And the scoreboard announcer who puts up the points was doing the 50-50 and making sure to give the money to Eastchester. Did we get that right? Who won the money?
Joe Fiorello.
Joe Fiorello. It's terrific. What's this, our cut? $115. So at least the Fiorello family.
Well, now, as I was going to say before, Jerry, if I'm Joe Luciano, I say, okay, gentlemen, 33-0. Well, let's see what we can do.
Start over. Yep.
Fun.
That's right.
Let's start preparing for possibly next week.
Yep.
Let's have some fun now.
Good idea. Excellent. I agree with you. Ronnie Pinkard kicking off. Honorata back. Along with Smith. Here's Pinkard's kick. End over end. Taken by Honorata following the Smith block. Being chased by Marbury. And finally taken down by number 5, A.J. Murray.
Special teams still doing the job for Woodlands all day long. Let's see, Jerry, I would say let's employ some four-man running passing plays, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. Since we do have the strong point of passing and wide receiving, let's try to flex Eastchester's muscles a little bit.
I'm not sure they're going to do that. I don't know whether they're going to open it up. I think they're going to try to reestablish their running game and start getting prepared for next week. And, of course, as I say that, they split out somebody at end.
Like I said,
And now Honorata in motion the other way. Maldari runs out of the pocket. He's being chased. And it was Phil Skolaski who was split out. Skolaski, normally the tight end, we hardly ever see him going downfield. But he was down there along with Honorata and I think Forgione.
Yes, it was Forgione. Now, Woodlands, when you have a big...
Fiorello was out there.
Yes.
That was interesting. Fiorello, one of the two premier running backs for Eastchester, he was out. So Eastchester's certainly showing something different. Of course, what happened is they didn't have enough blockers back, and Maldari got trapped. So it's a second and long, 20 on the 18-yard line, 20 to go. Maldari gets out of the grasp of Mike Thompson. Maldari throws on the run, tries to beat Smith, intercepted by Elvis Harry. Harry has some blockers in front of him. Harry's still on his feet. A tremendous block as Brucal finally grabs him.
Right here on 1 yard line.
A superb block by Richard Stewart.
And Maldari is down in the end zone. He really got creamed in the end zone by a block as the Woodlands formed their wall of blocking for the interception. And Maldari really looks like he's not in good shape at all right there. Looks like he had...
That is Jeff Maldari.
I mean, he really got clobbered in that end zone, Jerry. Poor Jeff Maldari's had a long day today. There you go. That's what I like to see.
He's limping a little. He'll get up, and we'll see. Maybe Coach Luciano will rest him for a while. See what Charlie Cooperman can do.
Well, if Maldari's the quarterback like I think he is, he'll say, "No, Coach, I don't want to play."
He doesn't want to come out.
He'll definitely want to play.
He also likes to get in there on special teams. He's escorted by Dr. Boyer, the ever-present Dr. Boyer for Eastchester.
And about Dr. Boyer. I understand he's a real good man.
Oh, he's terrific. Can't throw that long pass anymore.
Obviously, at the 1 yard line, you can't.
Okay, at the 1 yard line, Taylor gives it to Pinckney. Taken down from behind. Nice. Beautiful play by Donnie Murphy.
Donnie Murphy smelled it all the way and just said, "Gotcha."
Yeah, Donnie's sophomore, only 5'6", 140 pounds. But I guess when you smell it, you know how to cut in, make a short tackle. You get the play. So a loss on it to, let's see where that is, Kevin. About 7-yard line.
You know, one particular play can spark a team. It only takes one play.
5 minutes, 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Barking signals is Taylor. Taylor fakes. Taylor going the other way. He's chased by Lagana. Lucenti gets knocked off the play, and Taylor goes all the way in for the touchdown. No, there's a flag on the play, and it looks like Lucenti was tackled from behind. Was blocked from behind. So that will nullify what would have otherwise been another Woodlands touchdown.
Darryl Taylor was going about his business, and all of a sudden, he sees Big Lagana coming at him and says, "Whoa, I better reverse my field here."
Yeah, and then Lucenti was coming at him, but Lucenti got knocked off the play and drew the penalty, if you will.
It's nice to see.
So look how far back this goes. I'm sorry, Kevin. From the spot, it goes all the way back to the 30. They started on the 1 yard line because it is still goal to go. Second and goal to go from the 30.
Penalty I saw was a clip. A clip being called. You got to give Eastchester a lot of credit, though, because they're giving quarterback Taylor a lot of pressure. And they're showing me something defensively right now. They're really starting to dig in. I think basically they're playing now for pride. And their pride is showing, at least on this series of downs.
Ernie Santiago, who's in the lineup, goes out for Eastchester. Here's Taylor. Barking signals. Great play once again. Look at Hamill. T.J. Hamill and Justin Brucal grabbed Dwayne Banks.
Justin Brucal saw that all the way, Jerry, all the way. I must say that the defensive unit of Eastchester's really rebounded very nicely after the ball being down at the 1 yard line.
Look at this, another load. They're out to the 34, so the defense gained 33 yards.
I tell you, the coaching staff, if they're worth their salt, will point that out too.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll definitely point that out. So, see, this is what you did right, and we're happy with this. Now let's keep it going.
And Eastchester's coaching staff includes Fred DiCarlo, Phil Bichetti, and Tony Archiello on the headphones. Taylor goes back, hands off to Elvis Harry. And another great defensive play. Brucal in there and Hamill, the same two. Now, in the last play, Kevin, it was Brucal and Harry. They came straight in. This time, the play was out around end, and they sliced in. The same two guys got in there. Hamill, very good speed.
The two guys right now are playing inspired. And I tell you, if you see somebody inspired, it gets contagious. The rest of the defensive unit has got to follow suit. Working long yardage. Uh-oh.
There it is, all the way down. Oh, almost intercepted by Brucal on that one. But Eastchester has the ball in fairly good shape.
Very, very good shape indeed. You have to take your hats off to the defensive unit for Eastchester. They really showed me something in that series.
And
they really did.
And Brucal almost made that interception.
Yeah, what a series he had, I'm telling you.
So Eastchester with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left. They are far behind 33-0, but they are ready to go. Maldari is in the lineup. You were right. They will not keep him out. He had John Smith come in. Smith replaces Joe Porgione.
Strong right formation this time.
And Skolasky split out a little bit. Maldari goes back, stays in the pocket, airs it out. Intercepted once again by Dwayne Banks down at the 34-yard line. Well, Maldari has to throw to get him back in the game. They know he's going to throw, and good coverage on the play.
So far, it's been excellent coverage by Woodlands. You got to give that secondary a lot of credit. These safeties and the quarterbacks, they more or less have been about 90 to 95% today on target. It's just that they have just suffocated the Eastchester passing attack.
3 minutes, 7 seconds left in the third quarter.
Now, if I were head coach Bob Keller, I'd just keep it on the ground. Just run out the clock. Just eat up as much clock as possible. I mean, if you have 33 points, you don't have to really prove anything else.
No, you really don't. Here's Taylor barking signals over center. Fakes to Harry. Taylor coming this way. He's being chased. He cuts in. And going the other way. Beautiful tackle by Smith, but not before Harry gets about 15 yards. And Smith getting... I'm sorry, Mike Honorata made the play. Gets up... uh-oh, he looks like he's favoring that bad shoulder. And if the coaching staff sees that and is thinking ahead, they may take him out and let him rest that shoulder. He banged it up 2 weeks ago. He played hurt last week, had an outstanding game against Byram Hills. So the ball is on the 45-yard line of Eastchester. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And once again, the Falcons on the move without Vega. Handoff goes to number 28, Jason Bond. Yeah. Maybe we can get a view of the bench. We have Vega right in front of us. We can do that. Yeah, there he is, the bottom of the screen, a little bit to the right.
It looks Looks like they're working.
A little further down in the red, wearing the red shirt. Just keep going down. Down. There he is. There he is.
Looks like they're working on his right ankle.
Yeah, look at those strong legs. Look at those big legs.
Oh, you can hold up a Steinway piano with that.
There's a strong young man.
He just gave a little shrug, which is understood in Brooklyn. What can I tell you?
Right. He doesn't look to be too hurt. There's Bond again. Bond making the most of it with Vega out of the lineup and gets up to about the 40-yard line, just short of the first down. Depends on the spot.
That's nice to see, though. When you see a teammate goes down like that, a guy like Justin Bond says, okay, my teammate's hurt, so I have to take up the slack for my other teammates. So that's what they're doing. And there you go. This is exactly what Woodlands' game plan will be right now. Just grind out the clock.
Don Marchese comes into the lineup, replacing John Lucenti on the Eastchester line. Taylor barking signals on a third down play, gives it off to Bond. Bond goes outside and tripped up very nicely. Looks like Cooperman came up fast. And he did. Cooperman came up real fast for the Eagles from the cornerback.
I think there'll be just one more play before we end this third quarter. It's been a beautiful day here in downtown Hartsdale. We're just about a quarter mile away from the Westchester County Center, right off of Central Avenue. Beautiful Hartsdale.
Except you have to go all the way out and around Route 100B or whatever it is to get there.
But
it's a quarter mile as a crow flies.
But it's a scenic route.
Oh, you're waiting to say that one, Kevin. There's some motion on the play. Looks like it might go. Oh, that's the end of the quarter.
Clock runs out.
Clock runs out. That was the motion. Will we get help from the scorer in front of us? So at the end of the quarter, the end of the third quarter, 33-0 in favor of the Woodlands Falcons. Eastchester Government Access TV, channel 14, bringing you all of the action. The winner of this game, and it certainly looks like it's going to be the Woodlands Falcons. They'll play the winner of the Edgemont-Dover game. Edgemont favored. If that game is at Edgemont, if Edgemont wins it, the game will be at Edgemont. And that's kind of in, uptown Hartsdale or Greenburgh? And if Dover loses, the Eastchester game will be at Eastchester. So Eastchester will have a hometown crowd with them.
You know, I'm looking right now at the Woodlands huddle, and I'm just wondering what the coaches can say to a team right now. They got the big lead. Nothing's in doubt right now. And I'm wondering what a coach can really say to a team. More or less, just keep your heads about it. He says, don't get down, or else we could have injuries. But Woodlands have had to be feeling really, really good about themselves today, because they've done it not only defensively, but they've also done it offensively, too. So as we go into quarter number 4, with a 33-0 score in favor of Woodlands, it'll be 1st and 10, and the ball is just inside the 45-yard line. One thing I've noticed, Jerry, the foliage here at Woodlands High School is so gorgeous this time of year, with the greens and the reds and the browns and trees. Really gorgeous.
Field baked in sunshine. No, it is nice. Here's Taylor handing off to Elvis Harry. Harry taken down nicely by Everett Vaccaro, along with Charlie Cooperman and number 70, Joe Reyna.
That's a real challenge now for a defensive unit of Eastchester. They're trying to keep their energy and also trying to keep their spirits up. See, they want to establish something right now, especially their young kids in that defensive unit. And they want to establish in front of their coach that we're going to take charge.
Oh, and there certainly are young kids in that unit as Harry comes out. You have Lucenti, who's a sophomore, Hamels, who's a sophomore, Everett Vaccaro, the linebacker, is a sophomore, and there seems to be a skirmish. There's a skirmish in front of us, strictly on the Woodlands bench.
Get the guy in the blue! The guy in the blue! Get the guy in the blue! Hey, go! Get the guy in the blue! The guy in the blue! Get the guy
We don't know what happened, and we're not going to show it, but we'll get back to the game.
The game's the most important.
The game's the most important. Timeout. We'll be back to bring you the continuation of this game. Hit the red button. And we are back. Second down, 10 to go for Woodlands. Ball on the 35-yard line. Looks like handoff went to Jason Bond. Once again, T.J. Hamill in on the stop, along with Mike Honorata.
When you got young people on the defensive unit, Jerry, I guess in a situation like this is how you get the experience under fire.
That's right. Donnie Murphy on the line, along with Bobby Lagana. Murphy, also a sophomore. Lagana, still only a junior.
Maybe too much time here.
Yeah, let's see what it is. As referee Carmine Magazzino checks with the head linesman. Checks with the field judge.
Offside, lined up offside, that was the call. You know, Jerry, I have to make comment, I have not seen many yellow flags today. This has been a very well-played game.
The name of the field judge on this side, John L. Sullivan. It's a boxing name, isn't it? You've been involved with a little boxing down there, PA for the Golden Gloves, right,
Yes,
Kevin?
I've seen some great boxers in the past 2 years. Really good pure boxing.
Here's Dwayne Banks running around the end. He gets pushed back, starts in again, and he keeps going. And finally, he's taken down by Everett Vaccaro. Vaccaro seems to be everywhere today.
Vaccaro's played a really, really good, solid game today. Really has. But Dwayne Banks, just like the old proverbial ball and pinball machine as we were talking about earlier, hit the wall, came right back to the wall, I'm going right back down here again.
And it looks like somebody's down across the way, and it probably is Banks, as the Eastchester coaches are tending to him.
Coach Keller
And it is Banks who's down.
And that's unfortunate, too, because young Mr. Banks has also had a very outstanding game today. A good, solid offensive attack that Woodland has had. They've done it on passing. They've done it through the quarterback running and passing. They've done it on the ground. I would say all aspects of what Woodlands had, they've taken full advantage of today. So I would say it's a good overall balanced attack offensively.
And early in the game, they scored off of the Sally interception on a 17-yard run by Vega. That set it up, and then Vega set up by a couple of nice long running plays the second touchdown, which was a 2-yard plunge by Elvis Harry, and that made it 14-0. And again, Eastchester had his back against the wall. Eastchester has not been able to get their offense going. Anthony Spada obviously will be rested and will not see action. Hopefully for the Eagles, he will be back. He's a very punishing runner.
You know, it's amazing the absence of one running back can change an entire offense.
Well, especially one who has run for almost 500 yards. I mean, Eastchester's two running backs, who split it fairly evenly, have gone, coming into the game, 999 yards. Fiorello 522, Spada 477 coming into the game. With a couple of runs by Fiorello, Eastchester is now over the 1,000 mark between the two of them.
You know, talk about 1,000-yard runners, and you think of some great running backs, especially in the NFL. Like one comes into mind, Jim Brown, who played at Manhasset High School in Long Island, my old roots from.
Well, you saw this. Tell us about this quarterback, Norman something.
Well, you see, about 12 years ago, I did public address announcing at CW Coast for the Nassau-Suffolk Kiwanis game. And the Suffolk County starting quarterback was a young man from East Islip High School by the name of Norman Boomer Esiason.
Did they call him Boomer in those days?
They did. In fact, it was on the program, Boomer Esiason.
How about that?
And everywhere Boomer went, his father, Norman Sr., was right with him, you know, guiding him along. And what a nice kid he was, and he's still a nice man, too. And he does so many things for charities around the New York area. I tell you one thing, he makes some pretty good commercials. He's a natural in front of the camera. Hoover's done really, really well.
He's just having a little trouble this year with the Jets, though.
Well,
Or the Jets are having some trouble. But we won't get into that one.
Yes.
Time is out on the field as they are administering to... I forgot, who was that?
I think that was Banks.
Dwayne Banks, yeah. So we'll cut away for a moment. After a long, long delay, we're ready to start. 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. Fourth down play for Taylor and company. Inside handoff, and it looks like they may have him stopped. The carry by Jason Bond. And Vega is finished for the day.
The information we had gotten on Dwayne Banks, the player that was shaken up in Woodlands, that they may have received injuries somewhere around the neck, even though it's not on the neck area. We're not sure of that, though. Pinched nerve, I'm told.
And it was good. We saw him walking around. In fact, he's walking around on the far side, in back of the Eastchester fan. You can see him. You can see him actually walking around the track. Whoa! A little bit of encroachment, a lot of encroachment. Looks like it may go against Fabio Ramsarupi, and it does. So Eastchester gets a break late in the game. 9 minutes left. 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Yep. And there's a zeroing in on the bank, so he doesn't look all that hurt. I mean, he held up things. He was on the ground for 20 minutes. First down play. Here's Brucal breaking through. Justin Brucal goes for the first down for Eastchester on an 8-yard gain.
Usually if there's a delay like that, usually a team that's trailing gets a little bit of a second win. Maybe doesn't get that adrenaline flowing. Maybe they have a good, strong finish in this ball game.
Levy Robinson comes into the game for Woodlands. Flanked out for Eastchester. Is that number 10? Vinny Pinto? It is. But the play goes the other way. Justin Brucal breaking through. Gain of 9. So there's that big rest, second wind. Let's get ready for next week. 8 minutes, 14 seconds left. The Eastchester Eagles down big, 33-zip against Woodlands.
And that's another first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, so let's call that 10. Bobby Logano over the ball. Valdari still calling signals for Eastchester. I formation has Brucal and Fiorello in front of him. Gives it to Brucal. Brucal follows his linebackers, but is taken down by Shannon Robinson, number 79 amongst others. It will actually be a little bit of a loss.
Well, Woodlands, seeing that they had two big running plays against them, decided to dig in a little bit, and that's where the wall formed. Shannon Robinson's had himself a pretty decent day today, too, on the defensive side.
Yeah, one of 17 seniors playing for Woodlands. Eastchester, by contrast, mentioned before, has only 5, and of course, Spada, one of them, one of the senior co-captains, out of the lineup today. Second down play, Maldari hands off to Fiorello. Fiorello looks to go around the side. Fiorello turns the corner and gets taken down by Dwayne Pinkney. Gets the ball, looks like across the 40-yard line for a gain of about 5, maybe 6, depending on the spot for the Eagles.
And Fiorello made that play go instead of just turning and going left. He hesitated, tried to look for the opening, and he got a few more yards out of that play. Good read by Fiorello. That's using his head.
And he had Everett Piccaro out in front of him blocking. Mike Honorata on the wing on this side. He's lined up behind Phil Skolaski, the tight end. Quick handoff to Brucal, first man through. Brucal gets pushed back a little bit short of the first down, so it will be a fourth down play, and there's no doubt that Eastchester will be going for it.
Levy Robinson in on the tackle.
Coming into the lineup, Cavell Sams, another senior, number 65 for Woodlands. So the coaches, Coach Keller especially for Woodlands, substituting freely.
And, of course, this is the chance for Woodlands to get some players into positions where they haven't played to get some more experience. especially when it comes to their game here next week. They'll be playing here in this field regardless of the outcome today.
Scott Vigilati in the lineup for Eastchester wearing number 79. That's his third different number of the season. He wore 70 and then 37. Eastchester goes forward and looks like.
That's his third.
And it is first down.
That's his third different number.
Yeah, started with 37. I don't know. Started with 37, went to 70, now 79.
Almost reminds me of the story of the old Met pitcher Roger Craig, who started out with number 38, lost I think it was 24 games in a row, and then switched to number 13, and he wouldn't win a game, right?
That's how it goes. Eastchester, first down on the Woodlands 35-yard line. Hand off to Brucal. Brucal finds some running room. Brucal heading down, gain of 9. Justin Brucal really has that running game going.
I would say if there's one Eastchester player that I would say the Eagle player of the game is Justin Brucal. He's done it on both ends of the field today. Very impressive with that young man today. He's done it on both sides.
Eastchester just short of the first down. It will be second down. 4 minutes and 51 seconds off. Eastchester really wants to get into that end zone and score something. And Brucal, of course, is not a starter on offense. Starter on defense. Number 10, Vinny Pinto, comes out of the lineup for Eastchester. Nao Sunamura. Oh, there's an offside.
Too much time.
Nao Sunamura getting his first chance other than on special teams. Sunamura, of course, is the kicker. He's also listed as an end, and there he was, in on end. The very personable freshman who's their place kicker. The only freshman on the team. And the smallest guy on the field.
That's what happens when you have a game in this kind of a situation. You have players in
Right.
position.
Second down. Yes, Sunamura is flanked out. Operating out of the I formation. Handoff to Fiorello. So now Eastchester has a third down play, 3rd and 5.
4-minute warning is coming up right now.
And there it is with the score, 33-0 Woodlands. Eastchester Government Access TV, Channel 14. We'll be back next week to bring you the game, Eastchester versus either Dover or Edgemont. And Woodlands will go on to face the winner of that game. Also, check your listings and time for the soccer match we did last week, girls under 10 Westchester Youth Soccer League game between Eastchester's team,
Jerry,
coached by Greg Rourke, and against White Plains.
I was going to say, is Eastchester home next weekend by any chance?
Eastchester may be home if they play Dover.
If they are, I hope everybody in Eastchester will come out and really thank these kids for a great season that they put in.
Great idea. Here's Brucal. Brucal getting down close to the first down marker. He looks to be a little bit short, and they'll have a 4th down, probably.
Ryan Gorgone in on the initial tackle right there. And it's very important, if Eastchester is home, to have the community come out and say thank you to the kids for giving out the effort. Remember, a kid on a football field is a kid staying out of trouble.
Excellent. On any sports field.
Yes.
Rich Palmero goes out of the lineup. In the lineup is Ernie Santiago. Santiago didn't see much action today. He's usually a special teams player. Donnie Murphy lines up on the end. Here goes Fiorello. Fiorello cutting down more than the first down. An extra 10 on top of that. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. First down Eastchester, and he brings it down to, what do you think, about the 11-yard line?
Looks like the
1st and 10. 1st and almost goal to go.
Jared Green, number 27, in on that stop. I think if he had gotten by Green, that would have been end zone city.
Made a nice move.
Yes, he did.
A few nice moves did Fiorello.
I believe this may be the closest that Eastchester's been today. Let's see if they can cash in that big TD. Looks like we have a timeout here. Bob Keller's pointing at somebody in his defensive unit here. Oh, we have another player down.
Off on the sideline. And again, on the opposite side of the field, it may be number 57, Mike Thompson. who has played a heck of a game. Doctors all around, the athletic directors all around. Dr. Boyer is administering to Mike Thompson. So I'm sorry, we're going to cut away now, and we'll be back for the continuation of this game once again. Well, what was funny, there's Mike Thompson coming across the field along with assistant coach Milson, and Thompson, when he got up, he went right back to the huddle. Milson says, you're out for a while, kid. Mike Thompson, a fabulous game today for the Falcons.
Excellent game on the defensive end. Of course, the rule states that if you're injured, you must sit out at least one play.
The clock is going, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Flanked out for Eastchester to the right, Sally Guante. Maldari fakes to Brucal. Maldari slips the defender. Mike Honorata. Can't hold on, a beautiful play by Elvis Harry.
He would have grabbed that too if it wasn't for Elvis Harry. He was coming up and just grabbing the ball. Harry hit below in the back of his legs and it loused up his momentum. And would have been a sure DT.
Just missed it.
Good play though by Elvis Harry. Just throwing the timing off just a little bit. 2nd and 10 outside the 10.
Okay, Lugano lines up over the ball. Goodman to his right. Barking signals. Maldari. Maldari rolls out, being chased. Maldari throws into the end zone. Incomplete and out of bounds. Intended for Honorata.
Maldari almost made that happen, too. He was under a lot of pressure at first. He almost got that TD, but just slightly out of bounds.
3rd down and 10 once again, so let's see what Eastchester does. They can run the option, and Maldari is a very quick, off-the-mark runner, so it's not necessarily a passing situation for the Eagles. Skolaski out to the left. Honorata in tight on the right. Maldari barking signals. Maldari hands off to Brucal as he falls down. Brucal brings it right down to the...
Looks to be the 3-yard line.
3-yard line?
3-yard line, and that was a busted play, too, because the quarterback, Maldari was falling down, and at the last second...
Yeah, I think he may have slipped on that,
yes, he
trying
did.
to change his motion because he wasn't hit. So let's see what happens. Eastchester has a chance now, specifically one chance, to see what they can do. Maldari calls signals.
That's funny because Brucal's looking down, and all of a sudden the ball's in his foot saying, hey, look what I found.
And he made the most of it.
He sure did.
4th down, we'll call it. It looks like on the 4-yard line. Eastchester has to take it in now. Maldari, rolling out. Fakes, cuts in, and he will be stopped at about the 2-yard line. And taking over will be Woodlands. It's short of the 1st down. It was not goal to go, but it looks to be short enough. I may have called it prematurely. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. It depends on where they spot the ball.
Oh, he fumbled the ball into the end zone. So it will be a touchback with Woodlands taking over on the 20-yard line. So a tough break for the Eagles once again. With 1 minute and 14 seconds left, they try to avert the shutout.
Hey, look at this.
And here we got the coach being chased by the players, and he's going to get the bucket, whether he likes it or not. Just outside the camera, he gets a little bit more.
However, what happened was a flag on the field, too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field. Well, they don't mind that.
Oh,
the Woodlands fans are enjoying this one. So too many men on the field.
Coach Bob Keller says, who do you think I am, Bill Parcells?
And it goes back 10 yards. I thought that was a 5-yard penalty, but apparently not. Well, maybe because they didn't have 12, they had about 15 men on the field, all fooling around with the bucket, and they were offside as well.
There'll be more bucket action happening here. Let's watch on the sidelines. There'll be more bucket action.
Peter Cronin, the backup quarterback, the senior, calling signals, or trying to call signals. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Coming into the lineup, number 76, Levy Robinson. Number 22, whom we don't have on our scorecard, do we? So we can't give the young man a credit.
Tell you what, 22 with the Green Bay Packers in the Lombardi years was Elijah Pitts.
That's good.
That's a good running back. He was a great one, along with Donnie Anderson. Mazak can pull this out.
Ronan over the ball, hands off to Jason Bonds. Bonds covered on the play very quickly by Lagana. And by number 70 of the Eagles, Joe Reyna. Reyna wearing his third number, too. He started out with a number in the 80s, number 81, moved to 78, and this week he's wearing 70. But there's a reason for that one, Kevin. He moved from an end to a tackle as a result of some injuries. Cronin goes down. Lucente taps him on the shoulder, says good game to everybody, and this will wrap it up. So let's give you a quick scoring summary. 2 touchdowns, a run by Vega, a plunge by Harry, put Eastchester down 14-0 early in the game. Taylor made it 20-0. Harry scored in the third quarter. Brian Giorgione, a fumble recovery in the third quarter, and the final score 33-0. So Woodlands goes on to the first runner-up bowl. Eastchester goes on to the second runner-up bowl. Keep watching Eastchester Government Access TV, Channel 14. We'll bring you the conclusion of the season. Want to thank you, Kevin Van Meter, for helping us out today. Color commentary, giving you a chance to chime in with us.
I appreciate it very much. I had fun today. It's always involved to be involved with some great high school football. My thanks to you, Jerry.